Hi guys, I'm back with another fun art project for you guys. We are going to be making clay vessels today. This is one I did with my son last night. So a vessel is just kind of an art word for something that holds things. So a bowl can be a vessel, a vase can be a vessel, a cup can be a vessel, um, anything like that. So this is going to be open for what you want to do with it. It's your own clay vessel. You could turn it into a flower holder and put flowers in it. You could make it a pencil holder. You could collect buttons in it. Anything you want to. It could also just be something beautiful to put on the shelf. So we're going to be making our own clay. So I'm going to show you guys how to make clay, and then we're going to be pushing all these little decorative things into the clay. Okay, so to make your own clay, it's pretty easy. We're going to need salt, you're going to need flour, and you're going to need water. Okay? For the other part of the project, for the vessel part, you're going to need an old can, an old bean can, soup can, tomato can works. You're also going to need lots of little tiny things to push in the clay, okay? So I'll show you what I've got. I've got pennies. I've got these cool red, like, seed things that are all over San Antonio. My son likes to collect them. I've got sticks. I've got little rocks. I've also got an old necklace I kind of took apart so that I could use the beads. Don't use anything fancy, but like an old necklace that no one's wearing, you can take apart and use the beads. You could also use buttons. You could use bottle caps. You could use anything that won't fall apart. Like you don't want to use cereal or nuts or something like that where it would fall apart after a while. Okay, so let's get started. I'm gonna put my camera down. Okay, so we're gonna make this clay. You're gonna need a big cup of flour, and this does get a little bit messy. If you have a plastic tablecloth or some cardboard or something you can put down, that's always helpful. Okay. So big cup of flour. It can be a little bit over. Okay. Half a cup of salt. Ooh. Okay, and then half a cup of water. Ooh. I am making a mess today. Okay. I'm going to keep my flour on standby because if this is a little too sticky, all you have to do to fix it is to put more flour in there. Okay? So I just mix it with my hands. So start mixing everything up. This is the really fun part. Make sure you get all the flour on the very bottom of the bowl. And you can use any bowl. It comes off really easily in the wash afterwards. Okay, this is looking good. So now I'm going to turn it out onto the table. And we're going to try and make it all one big ball. Okay, this is the perfect consistency. It's not too sticky. It can kind of sticks together in like a ball. It's almost like sugar cookie dough or something like that. Okay, so now we're going to put it around our can. So here's my can. I'm going to peel off the label so it has something to stick to. Okay. So this is going to make too much clay, but it's better to have too much than not enough. I'm going to start just kind of plopping this around the side of this. Okay, once you've got it around there, use it like a rolling pin to roll this out and make it more even. peel off this extra on the bottom. Fill in any little holes. I've still got a hole there. Got one here. Okay, and then I'm gonna roll it again. Looking pretty good. You see the top's a little uneven? So what I'm gonna do with the rest of my clay is I'm gonna make a snake out of it. So roll it on the table. Make a long skinny snake out of it. And then you can kind of put that around the top of the can. And that'll make sure no one accidentally kind of cuts themselves on the can, and it kind of hides that edge. Okay, so you can see where it's a little funky right here. You can use water to smooth that out. So I'm gonna put a little water in this bowl. So just dip your fingers in the water and you can kind of smooth this out. See? So water is good for smoothing out any little bumpies. Okay, we're all set. So this is, the clay covered vessel. Now's the fun part where we get to stick all the stuff in there. So you can do what my son did, which was to just randomly stick all sorts of things in there, or you can do a pattern. I'm gonna try and do a pattern, okay? I'm gonna attempt to do this backwards so y'all can see it. You want to squish them in there enough so where the clay kind of poofs out. Let's do... Okay, so this is a three-dimensional object. A three-dimensional object means you gotta cover all the sides. So we're gonna turn it and keep decorating. So it's a little stuck to the table. There we go. Okay, it's almost all decorated, except for the side. So I'm just gonna go and fill in with a few little things here on the side. Let's do some little rocks. We'll put little rocks in there. Okay, so it's done. So what you want to do now is find a place for it to rest. It's going to take at least overnight to dry. Do any little last minute cleanups you want to do. If you want to clean up the edges because stuff got messed up while you were making it, clean up your edges. You can clean up the bottom. Okay, so that's your clay vessel. You can go kind of wild with it, or you can do something like with the pattern. Put whatever you want on it, okay? Let it dry at least overnight. You'll know it's dry when it stops being squishy. It'll get really hard. Okay, thanks guys, bye.